Welcome back to the Grace Filled Mom podcast. I'm so glad you're here today. If you're listening while folding laundry, sitting in your car, or grabbing a quiet moment before the day really begins, I just want you to know that this space is for you. Today, we're starting a short series where we'll sit with the stories of women in the Bible and see what they can teach us about motherhood and faith and obedience, not with pressure and not with perfection, just with grace, honesty, and real life encouragement. And I want to begin with Mary because her story speaks so deeply to motherhood, surrender, and trusting God when we don't have all the answers. When we think about Mary, we often picture calm obedience, peace, confidence, strength. But when you slow down and really sit with her story, what you see is a young woman who was asked to trust God before she understood the outcome. Think about that for a minute and put yourself in her place. Mary was given an assignment that would completely change her life, her reputation, her relationships, her future. And she didn't get a detailed plan. She didn't get reassurance about how everything would work out. She didn't get protection from misunderstanding or judgment. She was simply asked to trust. And as moms, that can feel very familiar. Motherhood is full of moments where God asks us to surrender without explaining the full picture. And that's hard. We surrender our expectations. We surrender our timelines. We surrender our sense of control, our plans for our children's lives. And surrender, it sounds beautiful until it's required. Because surrender usually means letting go when you still have questions, trusting when you feel unsure, obeying even when the path feels unclear. Mary's response wasn't loud or dramatic, it was quiet faith. And essentially, she said, I don't know how this will unfold, but I trust you. If only we could all be like Mary. That kind of surrender is incredibly relevant to motherhood. There are so many seasons where we don't know how this child's story will turn out, why this season feels harder than expected, what God is doing behind the scenes. Yet God still invites us to walk forward and trust. So, how can we apply Mary's story to our motherhood journey? Surrender in motherhood doesn't mean giving up. It doesn't mean disengaging. And it doesn't mean we stop caring deeply. It means we release the belief that we have to control the outcome. Surrender looks like doing your best and trusting God with the rest. Parenting faithfully, even when results aren't visible. And that is so hard. Choosing obedience over certainty, also hard. Sometimes surrender is as simple and as hard as saying, God, I don't understand this season, but I trust you with it. Mary didn't know what motherhood would cost her. She didn't know how much her heart would be stretched, but she trusted God with her yes. And as moms, Our yes often looks quieter, showing up again, praying again, choosing patience again, trusting again. Those quiet yeses matter deeply. So let me give you a little bit of encouragement for those of you who are listening today. If you're in a season where you're being asked to surrender something today, a plan, a dream, a timeline, or a worry about your child, I want you to hear this. Surrender is not weakness, it's faith. God is gentle with us. When He asks us to trust Him, He doesn't rush us, He doesn't shame us for hesitating, and He doesn't abandon us when surrender feels hard. Just like Mary, you don't have to understand everything to walk faithfully. You only need to take the next step with God. As you go into the rest of your day, here's a simple thought to carry with you. What is one thing that God may be asking you to surrender today? Not forever, just for now. You don't have to figure out the whole story. You don't have to have perfect faith. You just have to stay willing. Thank you for being with me today. I'm honored to walk this motherhood journey alongside you. And if this episode encouraged you, I'd love for you to share it with another mom who might need it too. I look forward to seeing you next time.